Hello, welcome to Texas Truck Channel. Just trying to figure out where we're at here. You know, this thing's got a map here, so I'm trying to see what the plan is, but I don't know. I'm just not sure.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, we've already shot the TRD off-road, see here, but I don't know what to do with this episode, so I'm hoping this map will help us figure out what to do with this episode.
Well, this map right here, actually, it shows our shop right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a good idea.
What this does.
Well, why don't we do this? It also shows, I see the hill on there too.
Yep.
Maybe we could
hill
just,
test right there.
Maybe we could just do the shop with the suspension, because that's really different with this.
Because we already covered the powertrain, and the story there is it has gearing for a V8, but there's no V8.
And then maybe we could do a hill test.
Definitely need to do a hill test.
I think that's enough.
Okay, exterior. Let's talk about that real quick while we're here.
There are some things with the exterior.
Okay, what do we have?
TRDPRO stamped in the bed.
I love that, actually. You also have Pro headlights. Pro's actually in the bezel, looks amazing.
Well, TRD on this side, Pro on that side.
Oh, even better, I like that.
And fog lights?
And fog lights that are rigid branded, and Toyota on the nose.
Yep.
Gives you that, and also this cool paint color.
Yes, electric lime.
Electric lime, metallic, which it is all of that.
Skittle gang.
Skittle gang, we'll get on that. And then also flares, you get the wheels and tires that are specific to the Pro. That's pretty much it. The interior is basically the same. We're not going to cover that here. We've covered that previously, but you do have different headrests.
All right.
With all that covered, let's check the shop and check out suspension.
I see the shop. Let's go.
Okay. All right, boys and girls, it is time for the nuts and bolts. Bring me the rubber. This puppy is rolling on BBS wheels, first of all, that look awesome. They are specific to the TRD Pro, and these are Goodyear Wrangler Territory ATs. They're not the mud trains or the maximum tractions. These are a lot quieter. They're a great highway tire. They handle quite well, and they do have good dirt bite. I wouldn't call these mud trains by any means, or really, they're a mild all trains, what they are. They are 265 70 16s, and they ride pretty good because of that. And it says Kevlar on the side, and that's worth 10 points of freedom, I think. So, now that we have that covered, let's talk suspension in particular. And I want to start with the coolest bit, and I love that you can see it when the wheel's on the car. That's the upper control arm. That is TRD specific to this trim level. It is cast aluminum, and it's very, very strong. Now, as far as the suspension design is concerned, it's a short, long arm configuration, and you do have a sway bar on the front, which does help the highway manners quite a bit. It's a front steer design, and as far as brakes are concerned, this is the same thing we've seen on the 4Runner and very similar to the Tundra. It's a 6-lug wheel, and you also have a 4-piston cast caliper, and the caliper is actually fixed. It's not a floating design, and it works really well. We like the Toyota brakes a lot. We're really happy with that. Now, what do you get that is TRD Pro specific? Mainly, it's the 2.5-inch internal bypass Fox shocks. You see a red spring on here to give it a little extra pop. What that means is in the front you have 11 different passageways for bypass and 12 passageways in the rear. What that gives you is opportunity for the valving to adjust mid-stroke. And that helps you in dirt, it helps you in whoops. You don't notice it a whole lot around town, but when you start to get into that compression stroke, that's when that technology starts working. This is not new. It's been on Raptors for years and Baja guys for years, but it's a good application here, and it is tuned by TRD specifically. Something else you get is you get a lift out of this package. It's 1.5 inches taller in the front, 1 inch taller in the rear, and the rear suspension has 2 more inches of travel and shock travel, which is really cool. That's another thing that helps you at speed. Now, the other things I really want to highlight are going to be the approach, departure, and breakover angles. The approach angle is 36.4. Soak that in. That's better than any full size is going to give you. That's darn near Jeep territory. The breakover is 26.6 and a departure of over 24 degrees. That's impressive, and I think you'll see on the hill that really pays dividends. So let's go there and do that now.
All right, Brian, enough suspension and shop talk. It's time for the hill test, not the on-the-road portion, because we've done a road test with TRD off-road before with the Bilsteins.
It's basically the same. This one's under 60 and about 9 in the Texas heat.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about how it rides if we get up this first hill in between, because we're going to do 2 runs on this. The first run is going to be what, Brian?
I think we should use the overhead console. We should use multi-train select and also crawl control.
Yes, and we'll tell you which version we used.
Right, and the reason why is in the previous video we used crawl control at the lowest speed, and we got some criticism that we were going too slow because it was a bucking Bronco.
Yeah.
So. Right.
And then the next one we'll do, okay, we're humans, we think we know how to do this, we'll try it in like 4 high or something like that.
Exactly, I agree.
Okay, Brian, let's try it. Let's talk us through the modes we have to do, because Toyota's got a sequence.
For everything.
Yes.
So in order to use crawl control or multi-train select, we have to go to 4 low right away. We can't do 4 high.
Can't do anything 4 high.
And you can't do 2 high with the diff lock either.
No.
So let's do that.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do that though.
Put it in neutral.
Neutral.
Got into 4 high already.
4 high is ready.
We now have to go from 4, and you can't go 2 old drive to 4 low. You got to go to 4 high, let it set, then go to 4 low.
No, okay. It's flashing, it's telling us. Okay,
We're in.
It's
We're in.
low.
That was
We're
quick.
in.
Okay,
Okay,
great. That worked out great. Now, I'm not going to lock the diff because I don't think we need to here.
Okay, and crawl, look, it's crawl control is going to do it for us.
It's going to do it for us anyway. So let's do multi-train select. I'm going to put it on.
What are our options? Talk us through our options.
Okay, we've got mud and sand, loose rock, mogul, rock and dirt, and rock. And I think this is going to be loose rock.
We do have rock, but it's not like big rocks. I think that rock would be right
It's
from
like,
Moab.
like wheels in the air kind of stuff.
This is loose rock. And that's exactly what this is. Okay,
exactly
so that's
what this
perfect.
is.
All right,
And then crawl control, I'm going to set that at medium, not low.
Okay,
So you can hear it working.
Okay, you're not going to do anything. You're going to grab the wheel.
I'm going to grab the wheel, yeah.
Okay, but
And I'm not going to take a weird line either. We're going to go straight up the ledge.
okay, that's the hardest line then.
Right.
All right, let's see what it can do.
And it's not even registered on the speedo. We're probably doing 1 or 2 miles an hour.
And this, again, this has a great, we talked about in the shop, the approach angle is
Killer.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And we're not going to rub, I promise.
No, there's no weird side steps that are going to do anything.
Little work.
Doesn't care.
It just,
The crawl control really is amazing.
It really does work.
If you're concerned about off-road and you don't have much skill and you're trying to learn something,
This is a good tool to
just
use.
put that on. It'll what it's going
Right.
to do is going to teach you can get up that obstacle.
Right. And in sand and stuff, this thing's even better.
Now, what we're getting ready to show you with this next one is once you get past that, once you want to get past that and you learn a little bit, you can take the training wheels off.
Right. We'll put it back in 4 high.
Yeah, because we actually want to get down the hill on a decent
Right.
time. You can do it yourself.
You
We're
can
going to
do it
show you
yourself,
that,
right.
and you can try 4 high. That way you're not stuck in 4 low all the time.
Right.
Locked into the Toyota sequence. Okay, so let's now we're talk us through what we're doing on this one.
4 high. I'm going to turn stability off, although I don't think it's really going to matter here. So traction's off. And then 4 high, diff open because we can't lock it. I don't think we need
And we
it.
can't use MTS or crawl control, so there we go.
We're just going to drive
let's
normally.
just see what it has.
I'm going to go straight up. We're not going to try any funny lines.
You can carry some speed because of the approach angle. You don't have to worry
Right.
about that, which
And
helps a lot.
I'm not
There's the
using
bump.
brake. And we're in 4 high. It has enough torque to get up.
You gotta have no problem. In fact, maybe better than the MTS.
Yeah, it's smoother for sure.
Smoother, yeah.
But on a heavier obstacle, or actually I think on sandy stuff, you're going to really appreciate the MTS.
Good point.
There's one more test I want to try, Greg.
All right.
We have had 2 Victors
2.
outside of this truck that have made it up in 2-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
And the reasoning why is because they had a big enough tire.
Uh-huh.
One of them had 33s.
Yep.
One had 35s.
Yep.
And they had enough ground clearance to bump the hill and inertia itself up.
2 big things: ground clearance and tire.
And the tire's debatable on this one, but I think the ground clearance might make up for it. I think it's worth trying.
And those 2 were Raptors.
One was a Raptor. Well, 2 were Raptors and one was a Trimmer. So actually 3 trucks.
Okay,
we did a
so
Gen 1
the
Raptor.
Trimmer did.
Well,
Okay,
actually
yeah.
Gen 2 and 3.
Good point.
Moral of the story is it's a Raptor or a Trimmer.
Can the TRDPRO join the club without it letting you use the locker?
Yeah, that's true actually, because we've used the locker. No, we've done 1-wheel drive with those.
We did.
No, that's true.
Yeah, we one-wheeled them.
Let's try it. This is
Okay.
a small club. Let's see if we can do it.
Okay.
Now I got to do some inertia because it is
A
loose.
little bit more speed than normal, but yeah.
Stability is off.
Okay, and there's the bump. There's the wheel spin.
Ooh, and it can't get the front wheels up.
Wheel spin. It's
Okay,
struggling.
hold on. I've got an idea. I'm going to turn stability back on
Okay.
because it does have an ELSD
Okay.
where the brakes will lock the spinning wheel to try and help out.
A lot of people talk about how that's just as good as the locker. We'll find out.
We'll find out. All right, 2-wheel drive. All right, we're kind of
so
stuck in a hole. Okay, can't
really-
even get moving.
Okay.
I'm going to load the brake and load the torque converter and see if I can pop itself out.
Okay.
Okay, maybe not. A little more. Let me get closer to the hill. I think we're digging a hole in a spot where we've gotten soft before.
Yep.
That's not a fair line. Let's try this
Fair,
again.
fair.
Clean line.
Okay. ELSD doing its thing. It's lots of clicking. Now it's just spinning.
Now it's just spinning. Okay.
That's not working.
I think we can do it. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
Maybe a little more momentum.
Yeah. Let's get to it first.
Yeah.
Speed. Gotta get the front wheels up. That's the hardest part.
Get the front wheels.
Front wheels. Okay. We can't roll back. Let's load it again.
Lots of spinning.
Yikes.
And it doesn't help if you two pedal it.
Trying to.
No.
We're just doing a burnout. That's all we're
Okay.
doing here.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
All right. Well.
One more time.
So maybe tire.
Maybe tire.
Tire would have helped a lot, or the locker.
Different line, Greg. We can do it.
A little bit better line.
Get the nose up. Okay, nose is up. Nose is up. Ooh, we're crawling.
Okay,
here we go.
Oh, get the back wheels up.
Oh, okay. We gotta pop up this thing.
We're on the ledge. Oh.
Man, I'm convinced. I know we can do it. We're so close.
Okay. Oh, okay. We're halfway up the ledge.
Now, hold on. The back tire's on the ledge right now.
On the ledge.
Let's try it again.
Oh,
right
roll
back
back down. Okay.
All right, one more try. If it doesn't work, we're gonna call it.
Okay. Come on, baby.
Got it.
Oh, we got it.
Oh,
It's gonna join the club.
Go.
Oh, yes. Okay,
All right.
Good job, little Tacoma.
All right, Tacoma. That was the most.
It did it.
It did it.
joined
It
the
actually
two-wheel
joined
drive
the club.
up that hill.
Now
Can you have two-wheel drive and suspension and Baja and do a lot of off-road things that other four-wheel drive cars can?
Yes, absolutely. So,
Is it harder?
yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Look, we've done this effortlessly with a lot of vehicles. It was very complicated. Now, in four-wheel drive, this is effortless. But the point being is this is the first outside of Ford to join the hill climb one-wheel drive.
Very good. Let me ask you a question. If it had a locker and a little bit grippier tires,
Or even just a locker, it would have gone up much easier.
right? So the question always
Excuse me, a locker in two-wheel drive.
the question always comes up: if I've got a two-wheel drive truck and I can't afford a four-wheel drive, is it worth getting a locker and some good tires? I would say yes. You're going to be able to do a lot of obstacles.
It depends what you're doing, honestly.
Of course, if you're rock crawling, forget it.
Yeah, rock crawling, forget
Yeah.
it. But I think in Texas, at least, it's probably enough.
Yeah.
All right, to the shop. Let's wrap this thing up and let's talk about our final thoughts on this rig.
Let's do it. All right, Brian, it's time for our closing comments. And last time we had the Tacoma TRD off-road.
We did.
We posed a question, or you did, one of us did. I don't know.
Someone did. Yeah.
Posed a question. The TRD off-road with those upgrades that it had with the Bilstein shocks,
The
or
TRD suspension package.
do you just get the TRD Pro for a little bit more?
I'm glad you brought that up because I think you get the TRD Pro.
Okay.
And the main reason why is right off the bat, resale. This is the top trim.
That's a good point.
And just because you have a TRD off-road, which is very capable and has the same MTS and locking diff and all that stuff, it has better resale value than an SR5 maybe. You still have a dealer-installed suspension package, not a factory-installed suspension package.
Yeah.
And I think the tuning is a little better in this.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And the oil cooling on the shocks are actually, because you have an external rear reservoir, it's not going to deteriorate at speed on that type of terrain over a long distance.
Agreed. I'll say I will still stick to my original comment. After driving this for a week and driving that one for a week, my answer is still get the TRD off-road manual for a lot less.
For 40 grand.
And get the $399 shock package and put it on myself, and Bob's your uncle.
Okay, and my reason for not going that route is you get this in manual, it's $46,000, not $50 like this one is.
True.
Now this has a few other add-ons, but you can get it for $46,000. So for $6,000, you're getting the bedside's actually got the stamp TRD, which is just cool.
Yeah, okay, that's a power move.
And here's where I'm going.
You're not going to slap a sticker on and think it's tricky,
it's not
buddy.
a decal. It is stamped in there. And where I'm going with this is I think this is the coolest looking midsize truck, period. The end.
Okay.
And part of it is just the whole package. The BBS wheels, the tires actually, even though they're not the best all-terrain, they look really cool. Yeah. The fender flares, the exhaust tip, even though I hate the exhaust on this thing.
Sound,
Right, but these are things that I think kind of add to the flair and it's part of the flavor. I like it. I do.
And you make a good point about TRD Pro long-term resale. That's coming back, and you're getting almost all that $6,000 back if you do that.
It's almost the Wrangler Rubicon of trucks. That's kind of that.
Or Raptor.
Or Raptor
full
of mid-size trucks.
Yeah. You got a good point there.
Right.
All right, Brian. Something about this color. I've got a question because my kids, when I first brought this home, they said, "Oh, are you in the Skittle gang?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so they're talking about the electric lime, and so I've posed a question or something we need to solve, Brian. You've got a different Skittles package.
Yep.
You've got tropical. I've got original because I'm OG.
Mine's kiwi.
But Brian, there's different colors on the back here. Right. Mine's lime. Yours is kiwi lime.
Right.
We're gonna open these up, and I really want to know which is what's the closest to electric lime.
I don't have any green. Oh, there we go.
There's a green. Okay, I found a green.
Okay, here's kiwi.
There's lime.
Okay.
Brian, I think yours is.
Mine's is really close.
Yours is really close.
Mine's really close.
Well, I think mine tastes better, and that's what we want to end on. Once again, OG is the way to go. That's what's more important than anything.
First of all, I'm sorry for anyone that hates chewing sounds. That's in the mic right now. But thank you for watching this review. A little different format. We hope you liked it. Let us know what you think of it, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. See you.